everyone. It is December 16th of 2024. It is Monday, and I did not forget to come on this week. I did not skip a week. Yay for me. We are deep into quarter four here. This last week, I've actually sold a lot. And ironically, a lot of items that I've had for quite some time. So I'm not quite sure if there's an algorithm switch. Regardless, I'm happy. I went and packed up, 10 orders this morning to go out. So yeah, let's go over what sold this week, starting with this Leapfrog Leap Reader book. It's a set of 2. They were brand new in the packaging. I remember I got these at the Goodwill bins. So these were books. So these were, our Goodwill bins does 3 for $1 on books. So I spent, 66 cents on these? And they turned around and they sold for $22.49. I've had these for a little while. I picked these up at our local Amazon bin return store. I had more, and I know somebody had messaged me about like the numbers on the back. Apparently they were looking for different ones. These had matching numbers, but they are like mystery bags. They are sealed, brand new Cutitos Carnavalitos. I don't know, there's like a plushie in there or something. Not super familiar with these. Had several of them at one point. This is the last 2, and they sold for $16.99. When we were first diving into whatnot sales, we kind of tried to get into the jewelry vicinity here. So for a while, I was buying jewelry when I saw them at estate sales, garage sales for cheap. I also, our local thrift store, they've jumped the price up a lot, but they used to sell 5-pound bags for $20 of wearable jewelry. And that's where some of these came from. Some of these came from garage sales, things like that. But yes, these are all brooches, beautiful brooches, all wearable. I checked them over, make sure they weren't missing any stones. Everything looked good. And I've actually had these posted for a while. Let's see, June. Yeah, because May and June was about when I started getting into the littlest pet shop. So that sounds right that I was like, all right, let's move on to something else. So these here, like I said, I have no idea how much is invested in these because it was part of some jewelry lots that we had gotten. But either way, I know I didn't pay $130 for them, but that is what they sold for. When my dad and I were first doing these tackle box replacement pieces, he was able to go out to the workshop and use filament on hand for the 3D printing of these trays and latches. And we had this batch. It wasn't the best batch, which is why I have it marked so low. That and it's black. It's not like pink or teal like the rest of it. But I still wanted to try and unload this and get some money out of it. It did have some scuffs. I did mark that in the description. But this finally sold and shipped out today. It ran for $17.99. I've had these for a hot minute. They were actually at my thrift store on their half price day, and they were 2 different sizes, so I was hoping that they would still sell together. One's an 810 and one's a 12, so get it for a girl who's currently wearing 810, and then you have a pair for later. But they were both Athleta with the Simone Biles leggings. Reversible, brand new with tags. I want to say I paid like $4 after the savings of like their half off day, $4 a piece. So I had $8 invested in these, and they sold for $39.99. These are just some Lego Duplo figures. They are Spider-Man and Gwen, just like the little figures that come with some of the boxes, the sets that you can get. I wasn't quite sure how they would do. I threw them up, and let's see, I put them up end of March, it looks like. But they did finally sell at $9.99. This was found in the Goodwill bins. It is vintage Bath and Body Works. This is actually Tangerine Spice. It is the hand cream lotion. And this one here at our Goodwill bins is 25 cents an item for like shampoo, toiletries, cleaner, like liquid chemical items. Are all 25 cents a piece. They do not go into the actual weighing process. So 25 cents here and sold for $39.99. I have noticed it's been kind of hit and miss with Jellycat. I'm beginning to think that there's some things that sell better than others. These are 2 little fabric crinkle books, Unicorn Tales and Farm Tales. They are clean, great shape, both marked Jellycat, and they sold for $10.99. I'm trying to remember where I got this one. May have been a garage sale, may have been thrift store. This one is not ringing a bell for me. Let's see, I listed it back in July, so it could have been a garage sale. But this is a brand new with tags, Kelly Toys, Squishmallow. Her name is Galia. I think she's supposed to be like a little electronic Game Boy looking thing. I don't know. I don't collect these. Um, I probably paid $1 or $2 for her because she is new with tags. But she sold for $10.99. I had picked this up at a garage sale. I've actually had him a little longer than I expected. I have bought and sold this one before, and it goes rather quickly. This one does work. It does have a different USB cord than what originally came with it. It also had the challenge cards and the accessory thing that goes on the head there, where you can make like a Lego thing to go on top of it. But it's a really cool little robot. And this one sold for $69.99. I want to say I had picked this up at a garage sale. I want to say I paid $20 for it. So, I mean, you know, even then, that was a $50 profit on this, even though I did sit on it for some time. This was actually listed as a lot with some of the Nooks and such from Littlest Pet Shops. But I had somebody ask if I could just do the pets separately. So I kind of swung a number out that was a little higher than what I wanted, and he took it. So I did get about $1.30 a piece on these. These are all McDonald's or New Gen, which just don't sell for me on Whatnot. So I try and sell them in bulk over here on eBay with some of the bigger play sets that I can't ship because of Whatnot's 12 by 12 by 12 rule. So yeah, so this was a batch. These are all the New Gens that I get in some of my lots that just don't sell. And I ended up getting $130 for it. This little storage case actually came with some Littlest Pet Shops, but when it arrived, I was like, I don't think this is Littlest Pet Shops. It didn't say Hasbro. It said Disney on it. It's for the Adorables. I didn't even know that. So it is a cute little house case. So yes, I listed this back in end of July, and it sold for $29.99. Next item that sold is this Blue's Clues Lovey. It's a little baby blanket. It's not very big. When I went to go pack it, I was like, I did put measurements on this, right? Because this is awfully small. It's only like 10 inches by 10 inches when you lay it out flat. Super cute though. This I believe I got at the Goodwill bins, and it sold for $9.99. These are some Hot Dots cards. These come with like, there's like a little pen. You can see in the picture here. There's a little pen that you answer the cards and you touch the pen on the cards and it tells you if you're right or you're wrong. Just kind of like a little learning activity thing. There were some loose cards. There were some that was new and sealed, and there were some that were in these boxes here. If I remember correctly, I did count them up and make sure they were all there. So these I got at the Goodwill bins. They did weigh like 2 pounds, so I would have paid about, what, $4 for these? But did turn around and sell for $24.99 for the entire set. I had sold a batch of these a little while ago, and for some reason I missed one. So I just went ahead and listed this one by itself. I honestly didn't think it would sell because the whole bunch that I had didn't sell super high. So I was like, I don't even know if one of them's even worth $9.99. Somebody thought it was because they bought it. So it did sell for $9.99. This was part of a big tote that I got for like $5. It had Cherished Teddy stuff in it and Precious Moments stuff. It was all like little plushies. I've already made my money back on it, so I'm happy, and I'm glad that this one found a new home. Another Lovey sold. This is from the Goodwill bins, so again, super lightweight, easy to ship, cheap to ship. But yeah, it is a Hello Kitty Lovey. I could not find one exactly like it. It had this really cute rocking horse on the back, the embroidery. And I've had it up for a little while. Let's see, I had it up back in April, and I know I've dropped the price on it. I always start things high if I can't find anything comparable, because I'm like, how rare is this? How much is it worth? And you know, if you put it low and it sold right away, you're like, ah, crap, I gave that away. It was probably worth more. So I always start things high when I have no comps. And so this was the case with this one. Finally had it down to $29.99, and somebody bought it. Next item that sold is this Killer Bunnies game. I am not quite sure where I got this. Maybe a church sale. Looks like I listed it back in April. Maybe a church sale, maybe thrift store, maybe garage sale. I honestly do not remember where I got this one. But it is brand new and sealed. I probably paid $1 or $2 for it. It is a rarer game. And apparently someone was looking for it because it's been listed since April and finally sold for $16.99. Pokemon plush always do well. This one is Squirtle. He's a pretty common one, so he didn't sell for too much, but he did sell for $9.99. I want to say, I don't think this was part of that garage sale find that I got. But even then, if this was Goodwill bins, I don't pay a whole lot for my plushies. So even at $9.99 with like $4, $5 shipping, I still make a couple bucks. So no complaints here. And last but not least, I have this Walt Disney Aristocats mug. It says, "Because I'm a lady, that's why." It's got Marie the white cat on it. It is in excellent shape. And this one sold for $14.99. I want to say I got this at a garage sale for like 50 cents. Because I think this was the same garage sale. I got like a Karopi water bottle for my daughter too for 50 cents. She was like super excited about that. So yes, so that is everything that I sold this week on eBay. I do expect there to be a little bit of a drop with Christmas coming up. I hope people are not going to buy stuff 2 days before Christmas and ask for it to arrive in time, because that stresses me out, and we all know USPS is bogged right now. In fact, I think on their website, they said if you want something to arrive by Christmas, it needs to be shipped by the 18th of December. So we are 2 days out. I will see if we get a few sales right before Christmas or not. I do expect it to drop down for a little while. But I don't know, like the algorithm is messy and everybody's trying to figure out the algorithm, and some people are saying they're not making any sales, and people are like, oh, it's the economy, but then other people are like killing it. I don't know. We can debate all we want, but I guess we'll never know because we're not eBay. So that is what happened this week, and I will see you guys next Monday.